What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Beck Family Podcast. My name is Chad.
And I'm Zaire, your favorite snowstorm-ready girl, so let's get into it.
And this is our very first podcast episode. We have been talking about getting this podcast up off the ground for like a year now, but we've had zero follow through. But yeah, we finally getting started. So it's taking a little minute, but we got there.
Yeah.
So yeah, right now we hope everybody's staying safe because there's a whole snow ice storm that's supposed to be covering most of the South or some of Georgia.
The Southeast.
Yeah.
And, Georgia has issued a state of emergency. So for all counties, we are in a state of emergency for 7 days. And I know it probably doesn't really matter to anyone that normally gets snow and ice, but here in Georgia, we take it like a big deal here.
Yeah, because we barely get snow. I mean, we got snow last year. So last year around this time, it literally snowed. And maybe I'll throw a picture up so you guys can see what it looked like last year, which is very surprising because...
And everything shuts down. Like, everybody runs to the grocery store in panic mode, and they're always getting, like, milk, eggs, and, like, the bare necessities. So I think we're stocked up, but I've ate a lot of my snow snacks.
Yeah, thankfully Zai went and she got stuff on I think it was like Wednesday or Tuesday. Mm-hmm. So she stocked up the house, got some food for us to eat. Last year, I think we did leave the house because our power went out for like a whole day. So we had to go to my parents. As soon as we got to my parents' house,
our power restored.
Came back on. Yeah. So this year Zai went and stocked up on some stuff, but in all honesty, I'm looking outside now. It doesn't look like anything's going to happen. I hope it does so I don't have to go to work on Monday, but it is what it is.
It is.
Yeah.
So let's get into how we met.
Well, so I used to work at Fulton County, like our Fulton County government doing IT, and I worked with her auntie, who I did not know at the time. So I remember...
Wait. So you're going to tell your side and I'll tell my side?
Okay.
You like your perspective and then I tell my side?
Okay.
So
from my perspective, like how I used to be at Fulton County was I used to just mind my business, do IT. I was respectable. I would help people when they need to be helped. And when I went to lunch, I would just keep to myself. So I used to just bring a book or watch like YouTube videos at lunch. So one day I bought my book and her auntie was like, "Oh, what you reading?" And I was reading some book. At this point, I can't even remember what the book was. And she would not let me read my book at lunch. And so she interrupted so much, I just put the book down. And then every day at lunch from then on, she interrupted me. So I remember one day she was like, "Oh, Chad, do you believe in Jesus and God?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm a follower of Christ. I love me some Jesus." And then she was like some time had passed, maybe like a week or two. And then she was like, "Oh, I'm going to call my niece." And I was like, okay, because like me being IT, I was just helping her with something on her computer. So then she called her niece, which was Zai. And when I saw Zai, I was like, hold up a second. Like, your niece kind of fine. And then I was just, playing it cool. Like, "Oh, okay, like, what's up? I'm Chad, blah, blah, blah." And then I walked off. And when I walked off, it was like the Holy Spirit had like thrown an exclamation point above my head and was like, "Nah, you need to go back and get her number." So when I went back to get Zai's number, because I was going to go back to Shantae and just be like, "Oh, ask her, can I, have her number?" I went back and Zai had already texted Shantae like, "Oh, Chad's cute, auntie." And I was like, I'm already in there.
Whatever.
The work has already been complete.
Whatever.
Case closed. So I don't know how it was from your perspective. Well, you told me, but you could tell.
From my perspective, I was working from home and I had my bonnet on, dilly-dallying, doing what a girl does when she works from home. And I had missed her first FaceTime call, so I was calling her back. And immediately she panned the camera over to Chad and was like, "This is my new friend. He's fixing my computer. This is Chad." And I was like mortified because I'm in my bonnet and I didn't know she was going to pan the camera over. And I was like, "Okay, bye." And I hung up. And then I kind of text her afterwards like, "Wait a minute, he's kind of cute." And then it just went from there.
Yeah, so that's how we met. Then we went on dates and stuff, and we dated for like a full year. But I had already told Zai a long time ago because she had already shown signs of like wife behavior, and she was a follower of Jesus. So I was like, okay, check. She wasn't on social media, which was very rare. She didn't really care for any of all like the worldly stuff. So I was like, okay. And so I was going hard with God for the moment. I was fasting like it felt like every other week. Because when you met me, you were like, you fasting again? I was like, yeah. Like, I was fasting and reading my Bible constantly. Which I mean, I still fast and read my Bible now. I've started fasting more as this year started. But I was in my bag. So yeah, we dated for like a year. Then after a year, I showed her off to my parents because I was like, you're not meeting my parents. Like if we don't go anywhere, you're not gonna be my girlfriend.
You're messing up the whole trajectory. It wasn't after a year that I met your parents.
No, I'm saying you couldn't be my girlfriend until you met my mom. Everybody else had met my mom before when they were already my girlfriend.
Okay, so let me rewind.
Yeah, maybe you could
Let me rewind. Okay, so Chad and I met. We went on a few dates. And then immediately he was like, I want you to meet my mom. And I was like, okay.
It wasn't immediate. That's cap.
I'm not saying immediate, but like in the second month.
Oh, yeah.
In the second month, you were like, I want you to meet my mom. Love, Miss Michelle. And I was like, okay. And so then you cooked dinner for us, and we had dinner with your mom and your dad. And then kind of like a month later, like
I don't cook, y'all.
In that 3-month mark, he asked me to be his girlfriend. Or probably like 2.5, because I'm that girl. Okay, and then after that, it had been a year, and then we got engaged. And then we only stayed engaged for like 4 months, probably.
Yeah, I don't really see the point of having these long engagements. Anything can happen. And on top of that, like how we were trying to plan a wedding, our planning our wedding was such a stressful time. Because a wedding, to me personally, it's not really even for you guys. It is, but all you guys do is say, I do, cut a cake, give each other a kiss, and then everything else, money-wise, is spent on everybody else having a good time. And we went to different venues that was like $30,000, everything was $30,000 and above. And I'm like, Zah, I don't have money to be dropping on a wedding. And I mean, our folks were going to help us, but it still didn't cover nearly the cost of what it was going to be. So I was like, Zah, it doesn't make sense for us to go into debt when we first get married. So instead, I was like, I already have a chunk of money saved up. I'm going to try to get us a house. And then we ended up getting a house. Then we got married.
Again, Chad's trajectory is off because technically Chad and I were already looking at potential homes. I didn't really think anything of it. I'm thinking, oh, we're just looking like, putting things into existence or something. The Bible says, write it down, make it plain. So I'm thinking that we were just in preparation. So Chad closed on the house in March.
Yeah.
In April, we got engaged.
Yeah.
And then in August, we got married. So that was the trajectory of things. We weren't married before we got the house. Chad had already got the house. I wasn't living with him. I would probably spend the night a few days out the week. We would carpool to work sometimes. But I was very stern on not trying to, live here when we were, engaged.
Yeah, we were trying to do things the godly route. We didn't want to try to do things our own way. We were like, it's a certain way we got to do things. Mm-hmm. So then we eventually got married. And then we've been married for, a year and, 4 or 5 months almost now. So it's like a year and 5 months. So all in all, that's our whole story. So, just to segue into the next part after all that, because, I mean, first year of marriage, I would say is cool. I would say being married, to me personally, is a whole lot easier than being engaged. Because when you engage, you're trying to get used to each other and you're trying to, blend your lives together, but you're not fully one yet. So it's it's a lot of adjustments and knowing the person. There's probably stuff that you didn't know about me that you didn't know beforehand until after
and vice versa. But I mostly think, I don't think it was us being engaged that was the hard part. I think it was us going through the motions together. Chad and I neither of us had lived with anyone
I never
besides our parents. So two people coming into a home, living together, learning each other's ways, learning, you know, how the other person grew up and how you do things, it's going to be a little, you're going to bump heads a little bit because you're still figuring that out. So I don't really think that was like the bulk of our issue. I just think there was, can I be candid?
Yeah.
I just think there was like sexual tension because, of course, like Chad said, we were trying to do things the godly way.
Yeah.
And refrain from, you know, being intimate with each other in that way until we got married. So I think a lot of those things were built on
that and planning the wedding.
That tension and a lot of things going on.
How we were going to design the house. It was a whole bunch of
it was
stuff
a lot going on that I think contributed to it. I don't think it was just like, I don't think it's just a hard step for anyone. I just think because you're merging lives and you're like living with each other, it could be a little...
I would say that all entails like everything that really happened. It's hard to describe everything because it's been a year and 5 months and even longer since the engagement. So it's like so much has happened that now that we're here, we're like, okay, like the hard part to me was over. Like how people say like, oh, the first year of marriage, that's the roughest. I'm like, I don't know about the first year of marriage being rough. I mean, we had our ups and downs, but we never really got mad at each other like, I'm done with you and I'm going home to my mom's house.
No. Nah. And we never argued in dating anyway, so it was never something we did constantly. But yeah, so we had a year of marriage, year and a half.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm gonna say like, what are your goals for this year?
Yeah, so my goals for this year as just my own man, even though we are one now, we're married, my goals as an individual, I'm trying to work out so that way by summer I have like the body I want because I used to do sports all my life. So now that I don't, I've gained some weight. You can't really tell I gained weight, but I'm like, nah, I'm trying to lose like 30 pounds, which when I tell people that, they're like, huh?
Well, yeah, you don't look big.
No, I don't look big. But I'm trying to lose 30. So I've been doing calisthenics every single day with no rest, basically. And I'm doing it until like April, and I'm still going to continue it past April because I'm like, I need to get back in shape. I'm trying to grow closer to God, you know, do Jesus' will, not my own. So I've like hopped off social media, trying to read my Bible more, trying to fast more. I just got through with a fast like last week, and I just told you yesterday, I feel like it's almost time for me to do another fast. So I'll be fasting constantly this year.
Okay, so...
And also to get Blueberry Hills off the ground. That's what she's wearing. Good old Blueberry Hills Club. And try to get this podcast to be consistent, maybe draw more, read more books, stuff like that. Pick me personally.
For me personally, the podcast isn't huge on my goal list.
Yeah.
It isn't. It's just like something we can do.
I have to convince
like a creative outlet, I guess. It's not a priority for me. But a goal this year is definitely to save more money, to consume less.
Savings on my list too.
To travel more, to be more intentional with my time with Chad. I mean, I felt like last year we were just running all over the place and
we were
doing a lot of stuff, and
we
never had a chance to like really sit down. And to get closer with God, of course, to have my own walk with Him and just grow in my spiritual journey. But I think that's about it. I don't really have...
I want to travel and stuff, too. Well, we want to travel together. It ain't really much of like...
No. Okay. Well, then I guess we can kind of like segue into like, what are our goals as a couple? But that kind of like...
As a couple, I would say, well, we kind of talked about it. We trying to grow closer to God together. Really focus on our household. Like a lot of... Our first year of being married was like catering to everybody. Like we were visiting our parents' houses, our grandparents' houses, our aunties' houses, making sure we went to everybody's events, go to every holiday with family. Like for Thanksgiving, we would go from house to house to house to house. By the time we got home, it's like we didn't even spend really Thanksgiving like in one area. Christmas, we go house to house to house. So this year, we're still gonna go to different people's houses, but we're not gonna break our neck to do anything. It's just like we try to chill this year, still see who we need to see, but keep it relaxed, travel more, really save money, because the goal, we live in a townhouse now, but the goal for us is by like 2027, 2028, we should be out of this house into the next house. I want a ranch style.
Yeah, I want a ranch style too.
What?
I want a ranch style too.
What?
I want a ranch style too.
Okay. What? Say what you guys say.
Nothing. Nothing. You were rambling.
I wasn't rambling. I was
You
just
always
saying.
ramble though.
I mean, we talking. Just a podcast. So yeah, I think that's the goals that we have. I mean, what are the goals you think we have?
I think our goals are aligned.
Yeah, they're pretty much
I think
aligned.
they're aligned. I don't have any rebuttals for that. So I think we're good to go with that. Well, since we've been talking about like a lot of spiritual journey, I think it's time for Bible study time.
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. So we have decided that with this podcast, like we said, we're both believers, and we decided that like as like a like a good little midpoint section, or however we do it, that every pod we were going to do a Bible study time section. So we're basically going to, whatever the verse is of the day, we're going to read that chapter. Maybe read more than one chapter. Just depends. Probably today we'll read a chapter. We're going to discuss the chapter, what we think about the chapter, what we got from it. And then, we'll just go on to the next topic. But we were both talking about, like, we're believers. We feel like it's good for, people to know where we stand with the Lord, where we stand with Jesus. Also for you guys to hear the word, whether you believe in him or not. And just to have like a 5 to 10 minute section, just giving it to God for the podcast so you guys can understand.
So we're going to bring out our Bible and get started.
Yeah, I did. I got this little Holy Bible pillow that we have one here. We have another one upstairs in the room.
And we'll get started on Bible study time. Yeah. So this verse and chapter, we will be looking at Lamentations 3. I am reading from the NIV version. That is the New International Version. I like this better than King James Version, personally.
I like New King James. When I used to be back in the day, I would read the NIV, but I feel like I've upgraded.
Oh, okay, my bad. Well, I like the NIV version, and that is where we're coming from today. And so it starts with, I am the man who has seen affliction by the rod of the Lord's wrath. He has driven me away and made me walk in darkness rather than light. Indeed, he has turned his hand against me again and again all day long.
I have to fix this.
He has made my skin and my flesh grow old and has broken my bones. He has besieged me and surrounded me with bitterness and hardship. He has made me dwell in darkness like those long dead. You want to stop there and...
Oh, no, we're going to read the whole thing, then we can discuss.
Okay.
And if you want to pass it out to me, I'll read too.
Okay. He has walled me in so I cannot escape, and he has weighed me down with chains. Even when I call out or cry for help, he shuts out my prayer. He has barred my way with blocks of stone, and he has made my paths crooked. Like a bear lying in wait, like a lion in hiding, he dragged me from the path and mangled me and left me without help. He drew his bow and made me the target for his arrows. And then you can read the rest off the Bible. Right there.
He pierced my heart with arrows from his quiver. I became the laughingstock of all my people. They mock me in song all day long. He has filled me with bitter herbs and given me gall to drink. He has broken my teeth with gravel. He has trampled me in the dust. I have been deprived of peace. I have forgotten what prosperity is. So I say, my splendor is gone and all that I had hoped from the Lord. I remember my affliction and my wandering, the bitterness and the gall. I well remember them, and my soul is downcast within me. Yet this I call to mind, and therefore I have hope. Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for his compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. I say to myself, the Lord is my portion, therefore I will wait for him. The Lord is good to those whose hope is in him. To the one who seeks him, it is good to wait quietly for the salvation of the Lord. It is good for a man to bear the yoke while he is young. Let them sit alone in silence, for the Lord has laid it on him. Let him bury his face in the dust, there may yet be hope. Let him offer his cheek to the one who would strike him, and let him be filled with disgrace. For no one is cast off by the Lord forever. Though he brings grief, he will show compassion. So great is his unfailing love, for he does not willingly bring affliction or grief to anyone. To crush underfoot all prisoners in the land, to deny people their rights before the Most High, to deprive them of justice, would not the Lord see such things?
Who can speak and have it happen if the Lord has not decreed it? It is not from the mouth of the Most High that both calamities and good things come. Why should the living complain when punished for sins? Let us examine our ways and test them, and let us return to the Lord. Let us lift up our hearts and our hands to God in heaven and say, we have sinned and rebelled, and you have not forgiven. You have covered yourself with anger and pursued us. You have slain without pity. You have covered yourself with a cloud so that no prayer can get through. You have made us scum and refuse among the nations. All our enemies have opened their mouths wide against us. We have suffered terror and pitfalls, ruin and destruction. Streams of tears flow from my eyes because my people are destroyed.
My
This is a
eyes
long
will flow
chapter.
unceasingly without relief until the Lord looks down from heaven and sees. What I see brings grief to my soul because of all the women of my city. Those who are my enemies without cause hunted me like a bird. They tried to end my life in a pit and threw stones at me. The waters closed over my head, and I thought I was about to perish. I called on your name, Lord, from the depths of the pit. You heard my plea. Do not close your ears to my cry for relief. You came near when I called you, and you said, do not fear. You, Lord, took up my case. You redeemed my life. Lord, you have seen the wrong done to me. Uphold my cause. You have seen the depth of their vengeance, all their plots against me. Lord, you have heard their insults, all their plots against me, what my enemies whisper and mutter against me all day long. Look at them, sitting or standing. They mock me in their songs. Pay them back what they deserve, Lord, for what their hands have done. Put a veil over their hearts, and may your curse be on them. Pursue them in anger and destroy them from under the heavens of the Lord. The word of God for the people of God.
Amen.
So what'd you get from that?
What I got from
It was a very long chapter.
It was a very long chapter.
Very long.
But I think what stood out to me was that God doesn't intentionally let us grieve.
He doesn't bring grief.
He doesn't bring grief to our lives, and that he loves us unconditionally. I think the person that is writing this in this chapter is talking about more so Jerusalem and how God turned his back on them. But I think he gave them so many warnings before that. And I just wanted to say that if you are going through a period of grief, just know that that's not intentional and it's not from God. I mean, he loves us unconditionally, and there is going to be something at the end far greater, far better than what you expected or what this grief is giving you now.
Plus, God works everything out for the good of those called by his name. So in there, the guy is kind of like, Lord, even though I feel like, I'm in the pit, even though I feel like all my enemies are against me, what they're saying in secret places is coming against me, like, I know that you're going to trample my enemies. I know that I can put my faith in you and you'll take care of it. I know that you'll hear my cries, you'll hear my pleas, which is very true. Like sorrow, what is the verse? Sorrow comes, but joy comes in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
You may endure sorrow for a night, but joy comes in the morning.
Yeah, and I also believe that, he says in his word that if you are his children, that the world is going to hate you. So people turning their backs on you and things like that, that's expected. It's just how we handle it, and we just have to continue to have faith and trust in God that he's marking our footsteps and leading us down the path that he wants us to go. And it might not be what we want for ourselves, but we have to accept that.
Yeah, plus Jesus said himself, like, I did not come to bring peace to the world. Like, I came to bring a sword. I came to show truth. I came to show people's way of life is not the right way. Like, father would turn against son, mother would turn against daughter. Like, everything would happen. Like, he didn't come to just everybody be jolly and love each other, which is, I think, is a big misconception in the world now. It's like everybody's like, love each other, just love. And
well, we are supposed to love our neighbors as ourselves, and we're supposed to love our brothers and sisters.
But it's not hippie love, like.
No, it's like unconditional love, but it's also with not to convict other people of if they're wrong or not, but you can't just stand there and let someone do wrong and be okay with it. I mean, you're supposed to
call out the sin.
call it out, but it's how you do it. I think everything has to be done in love, and I do think Jesus led with peace before he got angry and flipped tables. So
Yeah.
I say love everyone, even if you don't agree with them.
Yeah, and like I told Zod the other day, I think like perspectives of life, like if you just view everything from everybody's perspective, you got to understand people's perspective, but there's also like God's perspective. So like I can understand that you like doing what you do and that's your perspective, or as people like say nowadays, this is my truth and stuff like that. It's like, well, there's God's truth, there's God's perspective, there's Jesus' perspective. Like how would Jesus view this? Like kind of like how Tyler Perry's Medea, what would Jesus do? Like, yeah, like what would Jesus do? Everybody, people, they hear about Jesus, but if I had to guess, Jesus back in the day with his disciples, I don't think Jesus was just this like hippie, love and love your neighbor. I think he was like that, but I think that as soon as he started preaching, people had problems. So it's like the truth was already split in hairs. He was already causing like strife because he was the embodiment of truth.
I think he was leading with love. I think
people just worldly love is just viewed differently.
Yeah, I think what he was saying to like make people more aware of what was coming was true, and some people didn't want to hear it. And plus it's going against like the Pharisees and what they've been taught all these years, and the Jews and how their customs and traditions were. So it kind of clashed with that. So they're like, who is this man calling himself the Messiah? Like what? And so I think that's where everybody kind of like, we're kind of clashing heads. But I do believe that you should lead with love. You should continue to love your neighbor. You should continue to pray for them if you don't see their understanding. I mean, it's okay, I feel like.
Yeah, you can plant the seed and let God work the rest out.
I feel like a lot of people don't care for Christians because they see them as hypocrites.
Or really judgmental.
And I don't think that's the way we should be. I think we should be open to hearing other people and other perspectives, but also call out what's wrong and what you don't agree with. I think we can't force our beliefs down anyone's throats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you can't condemn people for not wanting to do what you want them to do. You just have to love them and pray for them, and hopefully God can open their heart and they can change their ways. So this is our Bible study, and we hope you enjoyed it.
And we hope you guys have your own Bible study, whether it's every day or once a week, 3 times a week, setting a little bit of time aside to just read the verse of the day, read the chapter from the verse of the day, because I think Zai does her Bible study, I do my Bible study, and then like Wednesdays or Fridays, we'll do Bible study together. Mm-hmm. But as separate people in the marriage, it's like we do have to still do Bible study individually, because I just, you got to do it that way.
I know a husband's prayers can cover a multitude of sins, and I know my prayers for Chad can cover a multitude of sins, but I can't rely on Chad to get me there to the pearly gates, and he can't rely on me because it says that everyone has to bear their own cross and carry their own cross. And so that's what we mean by having that spiritual relationship with God individually and then coming together, being equally yoked in one and having that together.
I would say like for our marriage, whenever we venture off or we get mad or we don't see eye to eye, I think that us believing in Jesus, it's like we'll go to Jesus and be like, Lord, like just show
I pray. Like if Chad said something and it really hurt my feelings, I'll go to God and I'll pray and I'll pout, be a girl. And then like literally not lying, like 30 minutes to an hour later, Chad comes in the room and he apologized and give me kisses. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, because the Lord be tugging at me. Like I'll be in my way like, nah, I'm mad, Lord. Like I got an attitude or like, and he'll be like, you need to go in there, show her some love. And I'm like, Lord, okay. Like,
and I do the same thing. If I know I've like irritated Chad or like pushed buttons, I'm like, I get convicted and I'm like, let me go apologize and take accountability.
I think we both do that.
Take accountability.
But that was our Bible study time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, we're going to do this every podcast episode. I think it'll be good for us too, just to read our word every podcast or whatever day we decide to,
It'll hold us accountable for sure.
Yeah. So now we're going to talk about some of our favorite shows and stuff that we've been watching recently. I don't know if you guys have been watching TV like that. We don't really. Zai watches more TV than me.
I love to binge watch.
I just watch YouTube.
I love to binge watch. And right now, my individual favorite shows are Tell Me Lies, which Chad has sat in on a few episodes. But Tell Me Lies, so great.
Them teenagers or college students, they got a lot going on in that show.
It's a good show. It's a good show. Me and my friends watch it. Me and my sister, we text back and forth about it. So I really love Tell Me Lies.
It's not bad, though. It's a good show.
It is. And then Will Trent, which is like a detective show almost. And I love a good murder. I love a good mystery. I love a good suspense. So I've been binge watching Will Trent.
Zai, she says she binge watches. I don't think you guys understand to the extent. Like, Zai watched the entire, how many seasons of How to Get Away with Murder is this? Like 7 or 8?
It's like 6.
She did all that in 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
I was on vacation from work, and I was trying to relax and do absolutely nothing, and I think that was really great for me.
And she's watching Will Trent right now, and she's watching Will Trent to death. Every time I see her watch the TV, it's Will Trent this, Will Trent that.
It gets so good, and you just don't want it to stop, and you're trying to figure things out, and so then you continue to watch it and watch it and watch it, and then by the time you know it, you're on like the 4th season. So yeah. And we also have watched the show Hijack. I know it came out a while ago for season 1, which season 2 is out now. We've started that, and I don't think we necessarily have to talk about season 2 like that. No.
But it's good so far. But season 1
had us hooked.
Yes, I don't think we should give any spoilers. I think we should keep it like
okay.
regular.
Season 1 had us hooked.
Yes.
If you've watched Hijack, then you know. If you haven't, then I highly suggest you watch it. It's definitely suspenseful. It definitely challenges your mind so you can like really figure some things out. It's action packed. I mean, it's really good.
It's kind of like a what would you do if you were in that situation moment. And Idris Elba, he does a great job with acting. It's not even like overacting or too much acting.
It doesn't feel forced.
Yeah, it feels like,
I
don't know. He just really plays the role well. So
he does.
If you haven't seen Hijack, make sure you go check it out. We highly recommend it. I would say it's like a good 9 out of 10. It's hard for me to get stuff 10 out of 10s, but
I mean, yeah. And it's on Apple TV. So if you have that, you should go watch it. Our next show.
And it's on Apple. Oh, you said Apple TV, right?
I did.
Okay.
I did. And then our next show that we've watched was His and Hers on Netflix. Really, really good. Again, suspense, mystery. Love the storyline, and it does definitely like mess with your mind towards the end.
That show has twists and turns.
I mean, I literally thought like it was one thing and then it wasn't. So I really highly. Oh, and it's also a book. So if you like to read a lot like me, then I would suggest like read the book. It's way different than the show. More details. It's a little more gory. So if you don't have a stomach for it, then I wouldn't read it. But it's really good.
The book's gory or the show?
The book.
Oh. Well, I could see why. The show is really good. Like we're saying, the show isn't real gory per se.
So let me give you like a quick synopsis of His and Hers. So of course
Don't spoil it though.
Of course we're looking at 2 different perspectives: his, hers, and of course the truth. So it's a lady and her husband, or I guess they're recently separated, and something mutually has happened in both of their lives that has happened to someone they know. I think starting off, the wife thinks maybe the husband had something to do with it because of whatever reason. And then the husband thinks that the wife had something to do with it because of that reason. So there's a lot of twists and turns. There's a lot of flashbacks to the past.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of flashbacks
In general,
in
it's a lot of
general, like,
flashbacks.
to teenage years, to like when they first got married. So I really do think you guys should watch it. It's really a good show. I had to finish it. I mean, it's only 6 episodes.
Yeah, she's a binge watcher, so I'd say like every time we watch 2 episodes, I say, all right, like we've had enough, like let's chill. And she'd be like, oh, we gotta watch the 3rd episode, we gotta watch the 4th episode, and eventually we finished like 4 episodes in one day, and it's a limited series as well, so it's kind of over in 6 episodes. It goes by kind of fast.
Yeah.
But the episodes between Hijacked, His and Hers, they're all like 50-minute episodes, which if I'm gonna watch TV, I'd rather have a 50-minute episode than like a short episode. And
I
then
noticed we didn't have our other show on here on our list. Landman is my
that
favorite
is
show. We did not
good.
add that to the list. I think we're in the second season.
I think it's only 2 seasons out. Billy Bob Thornton.
I
all
love Billy Bob Thornton. I loved him from Bad Santa. So I really love him in Landman. It's definitely...
Landman's the show. Between His and Hers and Hijack, Landman...
It's number 1.
I don't even put His and Hers above Hijack. I would put Hijack
Landman,
second.
Hijack, His and Hers.
But they're all such different shows.
They are. If you, I would put Landman in the category of Yellowstone.
No.
I'm not saying like Yellowstone. I'm like, think of like a Texas oil company. It's very different than Hijack, and it's very different than His and Hers. Like, they're 3 different categories.
Yeah, and plus, Landman is... You guys have to watch Landman.
Landman is
that
fun.
good.
It's funny. It's really good. It has some drama in it. I really enjoyed Landman.
Landman's a 10 out of 10. I'll give Landman a 10 out of 10. That's a 10 out of 10 show. I'm already waiting on season 3 because when we watched it, because I like how also they release, like Hijack, they release an episode every week.
Mm-hmm.
Landman is an episode every week. It's not like we're just watching episodes. It's like they release an episode.
Chad's
wait
not a
week.
binge watcher.
Yeah, I don't like binge watching. So I feel like you ruin it.
He prefers that we have like a certain day out of the week that we watch a show. Like, that's our show day versus, So yeah, that was Landman.
And then the recent show that we finished is Plurbius.
I thought Plurbius was really good. Like, thought it had like a very strong start.
The first episode started strong.
And then it
was
lost
slow.
It's a slow build up, but
Way
it's
too
really
slow.
good. The synopsis is like, what was it?
The show builds up. It builds up to go nowhere until like the last episode.
But tell the synopsis.
Well, basically, people are alive. Everybody gets hit with some virus. We're basically spoiling the show.
No. Okay, so what happens is... I mean, I enjoyed it, but it would not be at the top of my list if you've picked any show out of the list.
And
pick
apparently,
the first 3.
Apparently, the people who made it is Breaking Bad the same people who made Breaking Bad and made, I think, the Saul Goodman show. And then they make Plurbius, and I'm like, Breaking Bad was 10 out of 10.
I've never seen it.
Amazing show. I told you to watch it, but you'll binge watch. One thing about Zai, she'll binge watch anything but what I tell her to binge watch. You don't gotta you don't gotta kick me. Anything but what I tell her to binge watch. Breaking Bad, she will not watch. She won't watch the good shows. She loves like medieval Bridgerton style shows, which is just
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones was amazing. 10 out of 10.
House of Dragons.
10 out of 10.
I love different genres.
I mean, you can give Plurbius a try. For me, it was a 6 or 7 out of 10 after season 1. Maybe by season 2, they're really gonna pick it up because it's like it can only be a 2-season show.
Do you think it would be a season 2?
Yeah, it has to be. We haven't solved anything.
But your rating is so low that maybe
season 2 has to be
maybe
better than
they just
season
give
1.
up on season 2 because your rating is
People
so
like
low.
the show. People say, "Oh, this is a great show." No.
I mean, if you're into sci-fi, I guess, but
nah. Season 2, I know for a fact would be better than season 1 because they'll actually explain stuff from season 1 and build off of it. Because you're left on like, okay, this is how the show starts off. You go in, like, first episode is like, you're out of there. And then it's just like, it just plateaus for episodes. And you get like a little spike, plateau. And then the ending's like, we're headed towards a spike and nothing really is like, I'm like, I wasted my time. Every episode I told you, I wasted my time watching this.
I personally would not, if you don't have an Apple TV subscription, I would not subscribe for that show.
No.
Personally.
Hijack, though, I would subscribe for. Hijack, Severance. There have been a couple shows that are pretty good.
We were supposed to be up to date on the morning show, but waiting on Chad is like...
Morning show, yeah. And some other good shows. If you are anime fans, I've tried to get Zai to watch. She's going to the movies now to see the recent Chainsaw Man anime movie, the Demon Slayer anime movie, the Jujutsu Kaisen anime movie. Chainsaw Man's anime movie, 10, 12 out of 10.
It was really good.
That was beautifully drawn, beautiful story, beautiful animation.
Really good.
But the anime shows that I've personally been watching have been Gachiakuta. It's either pronounced like that or like Gachikuta or something like that. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3. The Culling Games is out. That is gas. The recent fight with Maki versus her clan. Chef's kiss. Fire Force Season 3 has been really good. And a new anime that just came out, Sentenced to be a Hero. Excellent.
Why don't you tell them about the movie we went to go see, the last anime movie we went to go see in the movie theater?
That tried to be funny. Well, I want to see this anime movie. It was called something like The Clockwork Girl.
No, it wasn't The Clockwork Girl, was it?
Yeah, that was The Clockwork Girl, the one that ended in 30 minutes. Okay, so the movie said online it was an hour and 30. So it starts off with like 20 minutes of the creators of the anime talking.
Let's fast forward here. Fast forward.
Then you watch the anime.
Let's fast forward. Chad was determined to get these tickets, y'all. He was trying to put his card in. We were not finding seats. He was like, no, Zai, we got to get these tickets. To the point where I guess the AMC like website was a little janky because we had bought 2 tickets on accident, like 2 different. And so we get there and I'm thinking this is going to be really good. And the moment I walked in the movie theater, I knew.
Zai's judgmental because she just saw nothing but like single dudes who kind of look.
I saw
weird.
Nothing but single guys, and I was like, "Oh, I'm in the wrong."
You still got it on.
I'm in the wrong theater here. Yeah. But then we got there, and then the first like 30 minutes were the creators and the director like talking about it, and then the movie. Let me not call it a movie. The show was really good. It was really good. It was action-packed. And then it left you on a cliffhanger. And at this point, it was only like 20 minutes of us watching. So the lights came on. And I looked around. I looked at Chad. And I was like,
It was like literally we were at the peak of action. And then it said, and it went off. And it said, intermission. And I said, huh? I said, oh, Zai's coming back.
And I was like, no.
And then the creators came back, and literally they said they were going to talk for the next 40 to 50 minutes. I got up with Zai, and we left. And I said, there's no way they thought that was okay. But apparently with that show, it's like one of these like indie developers who, they were just excited that they actually got the movie to come to America and be in theaters. So I think it was one of those, but if it's going to be like an anime series or they're going to actually release the full show, I actually need to check to see if
One
they
thing
have that.
about Chad is
that was good.
He hypes the shows up. He really hyped me up. He was like, Zai, it's an hour and 45 minutes. It's going to be so good. And then we were back home and like it took us longer to get to the movie theater than we spent
That is very true. It took us longer to get to the theaters than it did for us to go home after we watched the movie. I was like, yo, this is crazy. But yeah, so those are our show recommendations, little anime recommendations, things like that. Just a few like trending topics that, you know, kind of go alongside this. I just seen a preview for Invincible Season 4 is getting ready to come out March 18th. I'm excited about that. I think you've seen a video of Invincible, the dude flying around with the blue, and it was like kind of gory.
A little bit.
Yeah. A few other little trending topics that we want to just quickly discuss with you guys. We don't want to do too much, but J. Cole's album's getting ready to come out. Excuse me. J. Cole, he's dropping it February 6th, so it's dropping really soon. He dropped like a new music video. really with this rhyme scheme of ers and nears and nears.
I thought it
and
was
dears.
really great.
It was a nice music
I
video.
love J.
nice
Cole's
song.
music anyway. I think it's very woke. It's very poetic. I like his rapping style, and I thought he really kept that rhyme scheme. What is that? What it's called? The rhyme
scheme was.
I think he really kept the rhyme scheme like literally all the way through, which I think is probably hard to do. Like rhyme every N word with like this. Like another word at the end of another verse.
All the words sounded alike.
It was really good. And I also enjoyed the visual of the video as well. It was very creative.
Whoever did it did a great job.
Really great.
I pre-ordered the vinyl because I'm a vinyl collector. I'm a collector of everything. I collect too much stuff. I got really slow down.
I mean, we call it collecting, but it's hoarding. Let's be honest.
I collect the vinyls. Some other little trending topics we saw. I saw Martin Luther King Nike shoes. They came out. Nike came out
with. Were they
with.
really cute?
So Nike has come out. Okay, y'all. Nike came out with some MLK shoes.
Can you show me?
That are the same color as the hotel he was killed in.
That's a little morbid.
Yeah. So if you go to the,
MLK.
just go to the notes. I got the link right there.
Nike. Oh, hold on.
Yeah. So. And people were upset, like, this is distasteful. Why would you guys make it the same color as the Lorraine hotel he got killed in? I could honestly see where they're coming from, because it's like, out of any color, that's what y'all really decide to do. And it's like LeBron kind of, signed off on it. And I'll put a picture of, the stuff we're talking about on screen as well, so you guys can see. I think you just scroll past it. You scroll past it. It's got to load.
It's like loading really slow.
Yeah, let me see.
But okay.
Let me see. I'm going to bring it up for you. But yeah, I was like, this is a bit odd,
Oh, these are the shoe.
Yeah. That's odd, isn't it? Making it the same
Do you
color
think
as
it could have been like a coincidence?
No, because somebody had the A-OK that shoe to come out.
And no one in his, like, his kids are still alive, so, like, no one that's over his estate agreed on this, or like they would have to agree with something with his name on it. You get what I'm saying?
I mean, maybe. Do you guys think it makes sense for Nike as well as LeBron to come through, collab on a design for a Martin Luther King dedicated shoe that's light blue, just like the Lorraine hotel where he was killed?
I just don't think.
I don't think they were trying to be intentional, but
I don't think it was intentional, but I don't think LeBron should have been collaborating on the shoe, because he wasn't walking with Martin Luther King. One. Secondly, I think someone from his family who actually knew him personally should have collaborated on the shoe, and it would have been more intentional. And then the shoe it's not a cute shoe. Like, why did we have to give Martin Luther King, who was always doing peace walks, this shoe? Like, this isn't a cute shoe. But I get them, like, trying to release it, and then, February is, like, Black History Month, so I'm sure sales are going to go up, but the shoe itself is not, like, a cute shoe.
Man, RIP to MLK, man. Shout out to the holiday we get. I enjoy it. Yeah. It was a great Monday to be off. But, yeah, I don't know what they're doing with the shoe. Yeah. I mean, hey, it is what it is. I don't know what they have going on with Nike. People have already complained that Nike's just been doing random stuff. They on their way out the door.
This is pretty random.
Yeah, it is.
And it's not intentional. And I really don't know if his family signed off on that.
Yeah.
In other news, we are going to talk about another thing that's been really popping up a lot lately is the Christy and Desmond and their divorce. And it's really sad that, there's no reconciliation for that.
Apparently, they said he cheated.
But apparently, according to the divorce papers that was filed in Texas, she marked under adultery. And in the state of Texas, adultery isn't considered you having an emotional relationship with another person, you texting another person inappropriately. It literally consists of you going out of your marriage to have sex with another person. So that's been going out. And then a video came up with him in Houston with a girl kissing her down.
I'm just assuming they were already separated at that point.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I don't think he would have
But
seen
you have to be a
footage.
little more tasteful.
I mean, they've been dating each other since they were 14. They got married in 19 or 20. I can't even imagine me getting married in 19 or 20.
I don't really think that matters. I do believe that you mature and you change, as everyone should. Everyone should grow. But I don't believe that is the reason for you to step out.
No, that's not a reason for you to cheat. Plus, before we got married, I'm like, me and the Lord, we had to have a sit-down talk. Because it's like, that's really the only covenant you have. I mean, I think there's like one or two other covenants you have with the Lord. But it's like you, your wife, and God. And adultery is kind of like way up there on like the list of sins he just does not tolerate. But he also said, like, if you do cheat, then like that's the only time he actually could see, okay, it's time for you to get divorced. Because like, I guess you just broke the whole covenant. But I was like, Lord, like.
Well, yeah, the covenant's broken once you commit adultery, so.
Yeah, but I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I just pray for them.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of stuff has came out, like he has a kid on the way with this person.
That has?
Yeah, I could show you the TikTok. Or other stuff, but I just really do pray for them. I know they're like a couple that's like really in the limelight, so I'm sure it's probably hard to handle something that's so private and so intimate in front of like everyone. So yeah, that's my recent news. Do you have something else?
And then the last little trending topic is just a little politics. Is Trump trying to acquire Greenland? Apparently, though, you know, people are upset about him wanting Greenland. Trump made the art of the deal. So he said, we want the whole thing of Greenland. And then he went to like Davos and the World Economic Forum. He talked with the leaders of like NATO and, you know, Denmark. And apparently they've worked out a deal where, you know, it's indefinite. So this will last for America going forward. And we're not getting all of Greenland. We're getting strategic oil. We're able to put troops or something there. It's a whole bunch of stuff that's worked out in the little contract. So I think that America is about to get Greenland, but it's not going to be like we own Greenland now. Like, I think Denmark still owns some, I believe. But Trump's whole way of making deals is like, I'm going to ask for everything. And really, they're going to give me exactly what I want. Like, he only really like, I want to own the world. And then he's like, they give him Georgia. He's like, I really just wanted Georgia. But that's it for, you know, the politics. I don't wanna,
best of luck to them doing that. I don't.
Best of luck to them. We're Americans.
I don't really participate in politics.
She doesn't do politics
at all.
I watch politics every day.
But if, you know, everyone has a little piece of the pie, sure. I guess our next thing is
There you go.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, this was one of Zai's little topics.
Does it still apply if you're married?
Of course. Valentine's applies. Being married is so different than dating. When you're dating and you don't have bills and you don't have responsibilities and you just at your parents' house and you just visiting, I'm just visiting Zai on the weekends, well, we'll be out every single weekend, going on dates, spending money. No, like checking the bank account in sight, at least for me.
Yeah.
Now that we married, we gotta make sure we have food for groceries, the bills getting paid, we have stuff we need for the house. And yeah, we still go out on dates. Like, we tried to make it a priority to say every check, we're gonna take a certain amount of money, put it to the side, each one of us, and that'll be our date night fun. And whatever's left over, like, the thing that we kind of came up with recently is when we get paid, we're gonna each take like $100, put it into a jar, call it date night. And when we go out, we're gonna try to go out like every 2 weeks or so for date night, or every week, whichever one we decide. And we're gonna use the date night money that's in the jar to pay for date night. If we don't use all the money, it stays in there, but every check we just add in $100. So eventually, date night money may turn into like, we can go take a trip somewhere money, or we can go buy this together for something.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily like all dates feel like they're always on Chad, or all dates feel like they're on Zai, or like we don't go on date nights. Because as you're married, it's kind of like you have to put forth effort to show like, I still love you, even though you know they love you, but
you can't
let life
you can't let life get in the way. You can't get too comfortable and complacent you should still show that person, your spouse, that you still love them, that you would still do what you would do if you guys were just dating. And I think that's what keeps a marriage strong and keeps it exciting. And so, yeah, that's what we're doing. And since you said it still applies when we're married, I'm going to assume that.
I'm not even going to lie to y'all. I don't have any Valentine's Day plans planned out right now.
I'm not assuming that.
Oh, what are you
No, I'm going to assume that, like, since I haven't heard, like, will you be my Valentine's yet? That is coming down the pipeline.
I don't know what it is with women and want to be heard. Are you going to be my Valentine? Like, we husband and wife, like, of course you're my Valentine, but
I want to hear it.
Zai is that type of person. She wants to hear it. So maybe eventually I asked you last year, would you be my Valentine? And we were married. I get it. I get it. But I mean, Valentine still does apply when you're married, but I don't think, going on like a date night for Valentine or doing an activity, to me, that would be like a good Valentine's Day. Going above and beyond and like, I'm dumping hundreds of dollars for one day is like,
I don't think
that doesn't even make sense to me.
Yeah, I think we're aligned on that. I'm not asking for that.
Or let's say Valentine's Day came up and I never asked you to be my Valentine, but we went somewhere and did Valentine's activities and stuff. Oh, you're not going?
No.
You're not going?
It must be just a random date because I'm not your Valentine.
So we go out on Valentine's Day, go do an activity, go get dinner, and you're gonna say this is just a regular date
It's
that
a
happens
regular
to be on
date.
Valentine's
He didn't
Day?
ask me to be his Valentine.
See, that's foolishness. So,
Okay, and then that segues into my next question. If you're out there, when we first started dating, Chad was like, "Oh, I'm gonna take you out on Saturday." Mind you, of course, we both worked during the week, and I was like, "Saturday?
Because Valentine's Day was like Tuesday or Wednesday.
I was like, "What day is that?" And I was like,
I think it was like the 16th.
I was like, "Is that
17th.
side girl Saturday? I'm not going out for Valentine's on a Saturday." So, I mean, if you agree or don't agree, do you believe that you should go out on the actual day of Valentine's Day, whether it falls on a Monday, a Tuesday, a Thursday, or would you wait till the weekend to celebrate Valentine's Day with your significant other? And how would you feel about that?
Me personally, I'm like, oh, I'm finna treat you for good on Saturday because I'm not working. Like, I'm coming home from work. I can then gather my stuff, go to sleep, and then Saturday is like we doing all the Valentine's Day stuff. Because when we were dating, she was like, I think that not going out on Valentine's Day, that it means I'm a side piece, even if it's the only person you talk to. And I'm like, I had already booked the reservation for Saturday, what we were gonna do. When she said that, I was like, okay, I'm not trying to,
It might as well not even.
I'm not trying to get
Valentine's
kicked to the
Day.
curb. So I'm like, I'm gonna see if they'll switch the day. And then they were able to switch the day to Valentine's Day.
I enjoyed that restaurant too, Yebo.
We went to Yebo Beach House. Yeah,
love that.
And I was like, I'm gonna switch it to Valentine's Day, but to me, it didn't matter. Now, to her, it does. But, like, women or men are different.
I think to women, it does matter. But, I mean...
Now that we're married, would it matter? Now that we're married, would it matter?
Not really.
Exactly.
Not really, but it does matter if you ask me to be your Valentine.
See, women are weird. But, yeah, guys, let us know what y'all think in the comments section about, Valentine's Day or any of the stuff that we said. Like,
list your favorite shows and maybe we can watch some and come back and let you know how we really feel about them.
And let us know what y'all think about the entire first episode of this podcast as well. Hopefully this podcast episode is not too long and hopefully y'all enjoy it.
Hopefully I'm not looking cross-eyed because I was looking everywhere around the room.
Yeah, we have like a timer up so we can see if like the camera's still recording this stuff. I mean, we're doing this all in-house. This is in-house Beck Podcast.
Productions.
So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you want to. Leave a like if you want to. Like I said, this is the Beck Family Podcast. Be expecting an episode. We're going to try to do an episode every week. If we don't do an episode every week, would you say we record 2 episodes in 1 week? Like one in the beginning of the week, one in the end of the week? We gotta try to stay. We've been trying. Our one of our main goals for this year for us as a couple is we're trying to have some follow through. Like whatever we said we're gonna do this year, we're trying to follow through. So if we said it's gonna be an episode every week,
God darn it, it's gonna be an episode every week.
But we're gonna try to have these episodes uploaded like either tomorrow, Sunday, this is going up, or Monday. We get all of our, topics we want throughout the week. We record on Saturday. And then, we just do it like that. But thank you guys for watching. It's been your boy. That's how I do my YouTube videos. It's been your boy, Chad.
And I'm Zaire.
And thank you for watching the Beck Family Podcast. We out.
Bye.